Okay, everybody, this is Dr. Mexico, and I'm back again. And today I'm here with another all-star patient who went through my peripheral neuropathy program, and a patient of mine who also went through the main meals program, Hailee. And Hailee has an incredibly unique story, and I thought it would be really important for us to sit down so that she can share her story with the rest of you. I say it's unique, but it's probably not. There are probably a lot of people out there suffering from a very similar instance as Hailee, a very similar story. It's a tragic story, but it also is a happy ending. So I just want to introduce Hailee to you, and I want her just to tell you a little bit about her story from a young girl and her journey from then until now. So talk a little bit about how your feet would feel as far as the discomfort or the pain that you had in your feet. How would you describe it?
I think the pins and needles, so like when your feet fall asleep, the pins and needles, that was 24/7.
Okay.
The sharp pains would feel like hot swords being thrown into my feet and up my shins, and at night, Charlie horses jumping out of the bed probably 5-6 times a night to stand up to try to get rid of a Charlie horse.
Okay.
Feeling,
this was 20 years of this.
Yes.
20 years of dealing with this.
Seeing my legs crawl. So then I was diagnosed with diabetes, and it just continued to get worse. I tried a lot of different kind of medication, pills. So I was on like Lantus, 60 milligrams.
60 milligrams of Lantus.
Yeah, and then eventually Tanzium. I think it was the higher doses, only 2, so I think it was 50 milligrams of Tanzium. Lyrica, Cymbalta, Neurontin,
yeah. Gabapentin. Same medication. Yeah.
I've tried them all, and now I'm off everything.
Off of everything. So you went from that type of discomfort. So if you had to grade it on a scale of 0 to 10, your discomfort, where would you have graded it when you first came to see me?
Now I would say it's a 10. At the time, I think I learned to live with a lot of the pain.
So at the time when you started, 10 out of 10, worst pain imaginable. And then how would you grade the pain in your feet today?
0.
0.
Maybe, yeah.
0. And then as far as the diabetes themselves, how is that being managed as well?
It's not. I don't have any.
So
well, I have to see the endocrinologist, but so that's in December. But I was completely off all diabetic medication, I think 4 weeks before I even finished the program.
Yeah. What was your original A1C, just so we can kind of document that here?
Well, it all kind of started around my birthday, which was June.
Okay.
And I knew I wanted to do this, but I had gone to see my primary, the endocrinologist. I have kidney disease, so I went to see the nephrologist. And they all were basically telling me, like, you're pretty much going to die very early. You're going to be on dialysis, 10 years. I have Eddie, who's 5. And I was like, I just can't let that happen. And my A1C was a 9. And then I think 5 weeks after that, like one of the other doctors tested, and it was a 6.8.
So she went from a 9 to a 6.8 just 5 weeks into the program. And now this is we're probably 8 weeks after that point at this point now, right? Since at least 8 weeks past that. She has or had kidney disease, severe kidney disease as a complication of the diabetes, correct? And what did your nephrologist tell you when you saw them last time?
So he said my levels are really good as far as the protein that I was spilling, and that I need to go back to him in 6 months just to follow up. But after that, he says if everything is this good, that he'll see me like at Home Depot.
Right. Yeah. So he doesn't need to see you for any more follow-up treatments.
No.
And this is the same doctor who just 6 months ago, or in June, was telling you
pretty much going to be on dialysis.
She would be on dialysis. How much weight have you lost?
I think it was 27 pounds.
27 pounds. 27 pounds off of all of her diabetic medication. Her pain from a 10 out of 10 for 20 years in her feet down to a 0 out of 10. But there will be people watching this video who will say things like, it's not possible, or Hailee was a sucker, and people that go through this program are being ripped off. And, that's a part of the culture that we live in. But what would you say to somebody who's, incredibly skeptical about a program like this? Would you give them any advice or maybe any words of encouragement? What would you say?
I don't know. I'm beyond happy. I don't think anybody that would do this program and do it like it's supposed to be done and listen, that it wouldn't work for them, because I think I was at that point where I think it was pretty much as bad as it was going to get with, the only worst thing that could happen, I think, from there was my legs were going to probably start turning purple and I was probably going to lose a limb.
Yeah.
But I think I had neuropathy worse than anybody that I've ever met. And I think, if I could do it and make it work, then anybody can.
Some people, their neuropathy is just quite simply too far gone. Hailee was right on that edge where she was almost too far to be eligible for treatment. But she did qualify, and she ended up with complete reversal of her peripheral neuropathy and complete reversal of her diabetes. So, Hailee, thank you so much for coming in and sharing your story. And hopefully somebody out there will take the story to heart and take action. Remember, you are in control of your own health. You are in control of your disease. It's ultimately up to you. So this is Dr. Mexico, and make it a great day.